What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Maverick here, and welcome to another episode of Yakusoku no Neverland. So, I do believe this is the second to last episode. Quite short, I must say. In fact, there's so many questions that are still unanswered that I'm really not confident in whether they can end this season adequately. I mean, and this is even considering that I haven't read the manga yet, so I don't even know what the true story actually is. And we're definitely on shaky grounds, right? Apparently, they are now heading back to the Grace Field House, where, I assume they will meet up back with Phil and the others. They'll probably meet Isabella there as well. What's going to happen to, that Peter dude, who is apparently one of the leaders or chief scientists of the humans in this demon world? What's going to happen to that gate that supposedly links them to the human world? Like, what exactly are they going to do here, right? I don't know. But in any case, let's just get into it and find out. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Man, 2 episodes to go. Can you guys believe it? And apparently ending the entire story as well, like... I got ganked by the opening again. I never... But it's okay. Because I definitely feel like the opening is the highlight of the season. Well, I guess I can't really say that. Episodes 3, 4 were pretty interesting as well. Was it 3 or 4? Somewhere around the middle, right? Before they went through the entire time skip and whatnot. I actually thought that that part was pretty interesting. When they got to the house and whatnot. No, but seriously, I love this opening. Not like those visuals, man. Although I do have to wonder, like, this, walking towards the light and whatnot, is this a foreshadowing that, they're going to, be walking towards the gate to the human world, and maybe that's where the story will end, something like that? If there is one, anyways. Oh, they were relocated. Huh. So they're gonna have to do a strike there at all the houses at the same time. Oh, wait! James Rattree is Minerva? The same dude? Oh, shit. I feel like an idiot right now. I somehow never made the connection. Alright. Okay. Hey, Isabella. Why would you poison them to... Well, I guess they don't really actively poison them, but... Phil knows what's up. I don't... You know, I'm just still thinking about the James and Peter thing. So I guess the story is probably that, you know, James found a conscience, yet Peter doesn't. Something of that sort. Yeah, see, they're all dressed up like this. I definitely think back to the opening, right? All walking towards the light and stuff. I could totally see a situation where they're, you know, they're all dressed like that, running towards the gate, heading towards the light, that kind of thing. And I guess we're just gonna skip over, you know, how they got all this. Oof. Disregarding that though, this is pretty dope, right? An aerial assault with hot balloons? Oh. They're gonna get shut down. Oh, they're gonna get ambushed. Or I guess... Dun-dun. Oof. Or is this a plan within a plan? Yeah, definitely this feels a lot like checkmate here. Unless, of course, there's... Is there... Yeah, I feel like this is a plan within a plan. Ooh. Well, for being defects, I have to say, your security force is quite weak. Oh, huh. So they are still in a few of them. There's one part that's not on fire. So, again, is this like a double cross or something? By the way, what is this place? Was that the place that they escaped to originally? Shush, shush. Wait, do they seriously think that just by dressing like that, they'll be able to fool the sisters? Shut. Yeah, double cross. Okay, so this is... Yeah, I didn't quite get what that canned food reference was, actually. That would imply they've been there before. But I don't really understand where that place is. And how are you able to get all of them? The heck? And I thought all these sisters were like elite in their abilities. So I guess Isabella is special. And so this is just the enemy HQ. God, their security is so inept. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, they're all here. So, where are they headed? And like, for being an HQ, the guards are... Alright, get on the elevator, I guess. Oh. Yeesh. And Isabella makes her appearance, eh?
よくやった、グランマイザベラ。永遠の子供たち、遊びは終わりだ。
ピータ、アートリー、この人が門番。
久しぶりだな、ノーマン。それにラムダの失敗作も。
こんな
実験体のその体でも撃たれれば死ぬぞ。
武器を置いて下がりなさい。
ほら、ママもこう言っている。親の言うことは。
Alright. So I guess the only way to get through the situation is through Mujika and Sanju, right? They're the only ones who are still out and at large.
残念だったな。救出は失敗だ。最後は必ずこうなるのに。懲りもせずお前たちは戻ってきた。
Yeah. Alright, now we get to reveal the truth about the gate or something of that sort.
叶えたい未来があるの。死なせたくない家族がいるの。そのためなら何回だって諦めない。
それがたとえ運命だとしても。
そんな運命クソくらいだ。素晴らしいわ。それでこそ私が
Another double cross, eh?
フルスコアよ。
イザベラ貴様。
あなたたち農園のやり方にいい加減うんざりしていたのよ。だからぶっ壊して。
Then again, she is Norman's mother.
ただそれだけ。
Sorry, not Norman's, Ray's, I think.
たまたま利害が一致しただけよ。ありがとう、ママ。
思い知るがいい。
おあいにくさま。私たちの胸のチップならシステムジャックに乗じて無効化済みよ。私たちはもう二度と屈しない。もう何者にも縛られない。チェックメイトよ。
But we still got one more episode.
チェックメイト。追い詰められているのはお前たちの方だ。すでに他の農園からの増援がこちらに向かっている。
食用児諸君および飼育官諸君、聞こえるかね。もう間もなく増援が到着する。これ以上の抵抗はもう
Resistance is futile.
運命も世界も決して覆らない。食べられるためだけに生まれてきたお前たちに勝利も自由も最初からないんだよ。なんだ、外周門が攻撃を。
Hey, Mujika and Sanju. Oh no? Oh, those from the village? And of course it developed into class warfare in the end. That's like, when was this organized? When did they come? Who spread this? I mean, I'm assuming Sanju and Mujika, right? Yeah, and the others, well. Ah, hello.
喉から手が出るほど食用児を食べたいはずだろう。いや、我々に食用児はもう必要ない。この方の血のおかげでな。血。まさか邪血。民衆全員が邪血の力を。
Yeah.
供給にすがり家族を
I mean, you know, disregarding like everything about like the you know the progression of events and whatnot. I mean, the story does make sense. Let me give it that. It's just that, you know, everything is definitely much too rushed. But again, like, there's one more episode, so obviously we still have a final twist or something like that.
愚かな。1000年前の争いを再び引き起こすつもりか。
人間を食べなくてもいい鬼が増えれば、私たちが人間の世界へ行っても鬼たちが退化して滅ぶことはない。私は誰かを犠牲にする世界
It's gonna be like the human world.
犠牲もなしに平和は手に入れられない。我々ラートリー一族の先祖が結んだ約束。それが守られてきたから。守り続けていたから。
農園がなくなれば門番のあなたの役目もなくなる。
Now he's trying to get Peter on her side. Ah, come on. I was actually expecting something more like
一緒に生きよう。ピーター・ラートリー。
and end. Oh my god. Well, see you guys after this. Well, guys, so what exactly is going to happen in the last episode here? I do not know, but you know, all things considered, I'm actually not as mad at this development, nor am I as mad at this episode or how this is going to end, as much as I thought I would be, right? Again, maybe considering that I haven't read the manga yet to this point, you know, it doesn't... I can definitely tell that it's rushed, right? And I do think it's a big shame, but, you know, overall, the progression of the story, I have to say it's not bad. I actually like this kind of development here. Now, obviously, is it too rushed? Yes, right? There's like so many details being left out, so much stuff missing, like how they actually got the entire logistics of this plan to work in the first place, how the hell that the other normal civilians get to this place in the first place, and so on and so forth, right? But you know, I can kind of put that aside for right now because those are more in the specifics, right? The details. But I'm talking here about the overall story, and it's actually quite a straightforward one, right? What we thought was a racial conflict all this time was really much more of a class conflict instead, which, you know, had already been heavily hinted once we got into the latter half of this season, where we saw them do the time skip and then start humanizing the demons and so on and so forth. It also really explains why Mujika is being called the evil-blooded girl, because, you know, they don't want all the demons to have that kind of blood, to not need to rely on the humans on the farms anymore, because at the end of the day, it is a ruling class versus, you know, those who are rulers versus those who are being ruled here, right? And those who control the food supply, you know, they are the ones in power, and they don't want to relinquish this power here. And, you know, and I think this is also a great explanation as to why Peter is actually working with them as well, because Peter, you know, from the dialogue here, I think it's heavily implied that his ancestors were probably the ones who brokered the deal, you know, many hundreds of years ago, and so that is why he is also part of the ruling class here, right? So, do I think that Peter is going to accept Emma's offer? No, because it's not a racial situation for him. It's more of a, he is part of the privileged class here, right? So he has much more in common with the demons than he has with, you know, the demon ruling class than he has with, you know, with humans, you know, the same race as he is, right? Other humans. He has more in common. Like, I hope that came out correctly, right? He has more in common with the ruling class of demons than he does with those other humans, especially like the children, those farm children, like Emma and the others here, right? So I would say that it's probably highly unlikely that he's going to accept Emma's offer, because in his mind that's not what he's striving for. That's not it's how can I say, it's just a completely different mindset here, right? So I think, but who knows? Maybe they're going to break down and whatnot, and say, no, why am I doing this? Blah blah. So, but I'm not expecting it. Isabella turning. I guess it was. How should I say? It's kind of surprising, but actually not all that surprising, if you guys get what I mean. I actually thought something like this would happen, considering that we already know, since it's heavily implied, that Isabella is Ray's mother, right? His actual birth mother. But the thing here is, I was more expecting her to need some convincing before actually turning. To kind of like, with all the other aspects of this particular end we're getting towards, really just blow by this. I don't know whether or not in the manga maybe they had a little bit more conversation or whatnot. I certainly would have expected that as well, to really convince Isabella that, hey, this is something that's actually happening. You have a chance, and if you have this chance to really help your literal son, and then your also other children as well, why not take the chance, right? So I don't think that was too far-fetched at all. Obviously, the logistics of convincing all the other sisters as well, making sure that they're all on the same page and would like to do something like this. We kind of glossed over all of that, but I guess it adds to the dramatic effect of the betrayal, right? So that was fun. That was fun. Obvious. We see so much stuff being skipped here, right? Like, again, what kind of how they got through those facilities, and how were they able to cross all this ground in such a short period of time? Why the hell the supposed HQ, right, the entire mastermind of these operations, the literal thing that's keeping the rulers part of the ruling class, right? Their essence to their power, if you will, being guarded by just like 30 or 40 armed guards using like traditional weaponry, when there's clearly human weapons like MP5s and machine guns and stuff there. I mean, I guess just roll with it, but still, again, those are more of the details, more of the specifics. Overall, though, I do like this kind of twist here between what was initially perceived to be racial warfare to be something more of class warfare here. And, it does. The entire build up to this actually makes sense as well, if, again, rushed, right? So I think that's my best conclusion out of this. Like, I like, funnily enough, I actually don't hate it as much as I thought I would, especially considering that some people are like absolutely going bonkers over how this season was rushed and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely a big shame. I feel like this had a chance to be an epic story if they actually went through the full route and really showed us step by step, all of this stuff, and gradually build towards the end here. But I guess you just gotta take what you can take, right? Any predictions for the next episode? Now, honestly, one thing that did surprise me was that the gate actually did exist, and apparently is functioning, and they are actually going to be able to go to the human world, right? There was actually something in the back of my mind all this time saying that, hey, I think maybe the twist of this entire story is that that is a lie. There is no other side. There is no human world, or maybe the human world was already destroyed or something of that sort. And so, this is the world that you're in. You gotta live with it, and you gotta find some ways to compromise with each other, right? I actually thought it was going to be akin to something like that, but I guess apparently not. Still, though, is this actually checkmate, right? Peter certainly is in a bad spot here, even though, like, I'm just wondering, could he maybe take Emma hostage and whatnot? But I don't really think so. Now, with that being said, though, I also don't really believe that this is the entirety of the demon forces, right? We clearly see the demon leaders as well. They clearly have another elite that's not based here. Like, their main military force probably isn't based here or anything like that. And indeed, I'm also wondering, like, the ones that are blockading the reinforcements from coming in, they're literal civilians, right? Are the ruling class of this demon world really going to take that into consideration, or is he just gonna order kill all these rebels and just storm the headquarters, right? I feel like that would be a much more obvious solution to all this. Kind of cruel, but hey, I mean, we already are at this class warfare phase anyways. I think it wouldn't be too out of the ordinary for the ruling class to say, just go in, kill everybody, right? You must secure the future of the farms at all costs, and blah 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 blah. So that's my prediction for the next episode, right? Clearly they still need one more episode of material, and I highly doubt that they're just gonna show the children escaping to the other side, if there is one, in like the first half of the episode. So maybe their reinforcements are gonna come in, and then they're gonna have to make a run for it, and then are they actually gonna reach the other side? Maybe not. We'll have to see, right? So anyways, that's it for episode 10 of Yakusoku no Neverland, and I will see you guys next week for the grand finale. Bye bye.